Good morning, everybody, and welcome inside the Eastlink Center here in downtown Charlottetown. We have some Maritime Major Girls Hockey League action to start your Sunday as the Down East Auto Parts Stars and the Lindsay Surge are finishing off the weekend double dipper here in the birthplace and Confederation. My name is Mason Denike with High Button Sports. Happy to give you the coverage this morning. Take a look at the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League standings before we start this one off. As you can see, the Rockets still in first place, up by 2 points over the Surge and the Selects. Annabelle Danielle up to 70 points on the season. She had a hat-trick performance alongside 2 assists for 5 points on the night as the Rockets steamrolled the Capitals yesterday, so they maintain their lead and top spot in the standings as we wind down in the regular season. Starting in net for the second consecutive game will be Tegan Young for the Stars, number 30 in green, while 200 feet the other way will be a new goalie today. Feltham got the start yesterday and got the win, and Rebecca LeBlanc is number 31 in white. She's starting this one this afternoon. We're playing here at the big rink. The lights are bright. The points are important. We're expecting bad weather back home in Halifax, but it's going to be pretty cool here on the island, so sit back, relax, and enjoy some U18 Major Girls Hockey to finish off your week. Stars and Surge. It will be Lutley against Leckley for the opening face-off at center ice. Officials are ready to get going. Puck is dropped and we are underway live from the Eastlink Center as the Stars get the opening possession. Mullins looking forward to turn Rosong collide in neutral ice. Mullins had a few points yesterday, adding to her team lead. Up to 51 points now is Ellie Mullins. As we turned over, here comes Leckie. Shot will go off the pad. Rebound collected by Eisner. Eisner will let a shot go. It's going to go off the shin pad of Lutley. As rebound will not make its way through on net. Chance for the Stars to clear. It's going to be kept in by Eisner. Of course, the feature matchup, Ellie Mullins versus Ellie Eisner, the two top scorers on each side for this afternoon's game. Here's Robertson. Robertson's shot will just go wide. Nevaeh Robertson scored again yesterday. She's up to 31 goals now. And I was trying to figure out who her player comp was watching her play, and she kind of reminds me of Leon Draisaitl. You know, just gets in those quiet areas, and it's just automatic when she finds the puck in tight. Not much of a super fast skater or anything, but she can rip that puck, and she's got a McDavid-esque player on her side. That's Ellie Eisner, so it kind of reminds me of the Edmonton Oilers. As here's Tran up for London. London will take it wide, looking to get by the Stars defender. That's going to come loose on the blue line. Here's London again. London looking to find Vator. It's going to be poked in by Gold, intercepted by the Stars. Here comes Myers. She has the puck. We'll send it up ahead. Takes some contact. Tran gets the puck over to Kim. Kim trying to dump it in. Might have fanned on it there as eventually makes its way inside the zone. As we turned over, here comes Vator. Shot stopped by Young. Early test. Just about 2 minutes into the opening frame. Vator got the turnover and made her way right on net. But Tegan Young getting her second straight start. The top of her crease makes the save. Eisner against Lutley for the face-off. So Lutley line right back out there. Puck is dropped. It's going to go off a shin pad as Buffett let one rip. Here's Lutley. Will lose the puck. Comes free up top. Here is Gibbs. She'll send it in the opposite corner. Finds Buffett. Buffett in the middle is one-timer. Will be fanned on by Vator. Rebound collected by Ginden, looking to chip it up ahead. Puck is bouncing for Veronica Mitchell, neutral ice. As that's going to be sent in by Vator. She'll go for a change. Citrone back to retrieve it. She'll try and backhand it. as Buffett gets there for the puck. Buffett up for top for Mitchell. Her shot is blocked by Mullins. Makes his way to the slot. Here's a chance, just sent wide as Buffett just nearly missed the target. Did not miss by much. There's another chance looking to set up Danica Joseph. That's going off a stick as that's going to be cleared to neutral ice. Mitchell will go D to D over to Gibbs. Gibbs up ahead looking for Buffett, intercepted at neutral ice by the Stars. That was Braylon Walker, comes free for Eisner. Here is Ellie Eisner, got taken down, no call on the play. Mullins will collect for the Stars. Here comes Ellie Mullins, might be a 2-on-1. Mullins plays it over, there's a shot from Walker off a stick and wide of the net. First real zone pressure for the Stars in the offensive zone. As we're about 3.5 into this first period, so no score here on High Button Sports. Here comes McCormick the other way. Maya McCormick will let a shot go. That's going to be stopped by Young. Rebound clear to the corner. It's going to be picked up for Poirier. She'll cycle it in deep. There's a chance for McCormick. Backhand move. Scores! McCormick makes her way out of the corner. Nice little backhand toe drag. Throws it on net. And the Surge strike first here in Charlottetown for the second straight game. McCormick opens the scoring. 1-0 for the Lindsay Surge. Nice power move there off the wall to make her way to the net. Backhand past the goaltender. 1-0 is your score. McCormick's 13th goal in the season. Her 30th point on the year. So another 30-point score for the Surge, their fourth. And Reese Vittor is at 29, so they can finish with 5 30-point scores by the end of this game. As McKenzie will chip it ahead. That's going to be collected neutral ice. Larkin will play to the middle. McKenzie trying to chip it through. Comes free for Buffett. As Rosong will play it through the middle. That's going to be no icing on the play. Larkin looking to clear. Surge have it again. There's a pass for Leckie. Shot will just go wide of the net. As here is Robertson, the Surge sniper has the puck. Shot will just go over the stick and wide. Mullins looking to clear. As Lacey Poirier got the assist on the McCormick marker. As Kim will collect the dump in by the Stars inside her own zone. Puck in the corner. Comes free. Here is Leckie. Leckie with Eisner and Robertson. Might be a 3-on-2. It's going to be offside. That will stop play. So this stats graphic is now out of date as McCormick just scored her 13th goal of the season. This was the stats going into the game. Eisner at 47. Robertson leading the way with 31 goals. So McCormick comes the fourth 30-point scorer on the Surge this season, and Vittor is one shy of 30, so a lot of scoring for the Surge this season. There's a turnover as Sangster couldn't get loose there for the shot. Stars regain possession. Up for McInnes. That's going to be chipped into the zone. Picked up by Kim. Kim over to Sangster. That's going to be chipped up ahead. Walker collects the puck. So we're 5 minutes into the opening frame. 1-0 for the Lindsay Surge here in Charlottetown in the Eastlink Center. As Gould will collect the neutral ice. Plays it back for Kim. Isabel Kim will try and chip it in, but it's going to be off a stick and into the bench. Head coach Blaine Fitzpatrick for the Stars. Talked to him before yesterday's game and today's game. Very polite man, the bench boss for the Stars. Puck is dropped right in front of the Surge bench. It's going to be another turnover. Here comes Sangster. Shot will be on net. Rebound! Scores! Sangster let the original shot go. Looks like she put home her own rebound. We'll look to try to figure out who scored the goal. Might have been London. We'll figure it out soon, but either way, it's 2-0 for the Surge off the rebound. Great start for the Surge here on the road. Stars looking for an answer. I think they will give that goal credit to London, number 27. We'll have to wait for the announcement. As here is Sangster again. Sangster's shot will just sail over the net. As here's McGuigan looking to clear. Played up ahead as Veronica Mitchell will try and hold it in. It's going off a shin pad. Comes free the other way. Matheson looking for it. McGuigan trying to poke it through. Surge will regain possession. Here is London. So they will give London credit for the goal. And Sangster gets the assist. So London from Sangster. As here's Vator. Vator's shot will go off a stick and that will stay in bounds. Glass is a little higher here at the big rink at the Eastlink Center, so you'll see less pucks go out of play. Vator has it again. Vator in deep. Finds Buffett, looking to center it for Robertson out of her reach. Comes free for Fitzpatrick, so throw it down the ice. That's Raina Fitzpatrick, the forward. There's two Fitzpatricks on this team. And the coach's last name Fitzpatrick. Not sure if they're all a family or not. Probably could have asked him that before the game. But regardless, Stars have it. That's going to be sent in deep by Citrome. Out to play it is LeBlanc. Has not faced much action, number 31 in white so far. It's going to be kept in off the clearing attempt by Gwindon. Nedelku will play it over. Here's Rosong. Up the middle, finds Robertson looking to feed Vator, but Cadence player will intercept that. Puck behind the net, play to the line. Gindon's shot will go off a shin pad and wide. As we're just past the 7-minute mark of the first period, Surge have a 2-0 lead here in Charlottetown. As here is Player. Player will drop it off for Citrome. Citrome's shot will go into the glove of LeBlanc. That's going to be her first save of the afternoon. Take a look at the Stars' leading scores. Ellie Mullins, 52 points, 24 and 28. The Stars have 4 40-point players. So they definitely can score, but they just seem to have a little trouble keeping it out of their net as well. As they're about a 500 team this season, and their goals for and goals against is about the same at about 120, I believe it is. So they can definitely score, just the games are always tied and tight, and they don't seem to be able to win those tight games. As they had the lead yesterday, but the Surge came back and took that one. It was a great game yesterday. 3-2 was the finals. Here comes McCormick on the backhand, looking for a second of the game, but stopped by Young. As we're 8 minutes in now to the first period. Surge have been the better team so far in this one. Here's a shot will go over the net by Kim. Rebound collected. Stars have it. Gindon up ahead. Finds McKenzie. McKenzie will send it in deep. That's retrieved as Kim. Kim will go off the glass in the clear. Finds Bradley. Neutral ice for the Stars. Over to Fitzpatrick. That's Bella Fitzpatrick. Up for McKenzie. She'll send it towards the net. Sticked away by LeBlanc. Puck comes free. Here's Leckie. She'll circle back behind her own net. Chloe Leckie. Up for Nevaeh Robertson. Robertson will try and get it through, but Mullins intercepts. As Leckie gets the pass from her defense. It's going to be sent back in deep. Mullins in on the forecheck. She'll get there first. Mullins looking to center it off a stick. Leckie finds it. Played up ahead for Gibbs. She finds Eisner. Eisner looking for Robertson. It's going to be offside the line once again. No stop play. It will be Lutley against Gould for the draw. One back by the Surge. DD pass put up ahead by Gibbs. As Fitzpatrick will go off the glass. That's going to be sent down the ice. And that will be an icing call against the Stars, so they can't change. Ellie Mullins having a great year. She played her 100th career game in the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League yesterday. She is a third-year veteran. Not sure if she's committed for school next year anywhere, but any team would be lucky to have a girl like her. I really like her game. She's a hard forechecker. She plays the game the right way. She's not just cheating for points. She'll dig pucks out of her own corner, just like she just did right there. She's good on both sides of the puck. Big fan of number 98 in green. This puck comes free. Here is London. London will make a move and try and shoot one, but can't get by the defense of Larkin. Puck comes free from Mitchell. Here's Veronica Mitchell. Shot blocked by Mullins, and there's that two-way play I just mentioned. That's Fitzpatrick looking to clear. Intercepted by Gibbs, who will play to the opposite corner. As we're halfway through the opening frame. Pass up ahead. Here is Caden's player. She'll chip it in deep. Last player back is Nedelku. She'll play up the wall, looking for Buffett off the bench. Comes free. Here comes Reese Vatour. Vatour will chip it in the corner. Lucky looking for on the forecheck. Stars kept possession. Kept in at the line by Rosong. She'll just send it wide. Latour finds it, sends it back in deep. Myers versus Lucky for the loose puck. Played on the line. Here's Rosong again. Finds Vatour in the slot, sent towards the goal. Comes free. Here's a chance in front as Buffett nearly made a beautiful move there. Forehand, backhand, and tight, but couldn't finish the move off for the goal. Still 2-0. As Myers has it in the corner, looking to clear. Kept in by a pinching Rosong at the blue line. Comes free for Lecky, centering pass, intercepted by Player. Player up the wall. Stars looking to clear. It's going to be kept in and sent towards the net, and Young will cover things up for the whistle. Gives her a chance for her teammates to change. So the Rockets and Selects are both in action today. Surge are chasing them for the top spot in the league as we dwindle our way down the regular season. I believe the Rockets play the Capitals in Windsor today, as it's going to be a shot just wide. And I forget who the Selects play. Maybe they don't play. Now that I think of it, I'll take a look in the intermission and confirm that. But Surge are tied with the Selects right now for second place in the league. There's a chance in front, just sent wide by Joseph. As Tran let the point shot go. Rebound was right there in front, comes free again. Joseph loses the puck. Stars have it, played up ahead by McGuigan. It's going to be turned over and sent back in deep. Surge have been all over the Stars in this first period. Now will make its way to neutral ice. Here is Kim. Plays it over to Tran. Tran through the middle. Finds Ali Eisner. Eisner makes a move. Eisner will try and shoot off a shin pad. Comes free for Robertson. Robertson shot blocked. As Lutley will clear it to neutral ice. Lecky off the bench will chip it ahead. Lutley plays it back for Gindin. Here is Mullen. She'll chip it in deep. Back to retrieve it is Gibbs. Puck comes free in the corner. Mitchell has it. Mitchell will chip it up for Robertson. Robertson finds Lecky. Here comes the Surge. Lecky over to Eisner. Another shot block. Rebound came right there for Lecky, who just sent it wide. Here is Robertson. Will play it down low. Looks like Rain Fitzpatrick will get their first shot of clear, and it will make its way to neutral ice as Mullins looking for it on the forecheck. About 7 minutes to go in the first period. Here is Mullins up ahead for Walker. Walker loses the puck as Mullins trying to get her team going here. The captain of the Stars showing some frustration at the way this first period has gone for her team. That's going to be sent in deep. Here's Fitzpatrick. Bella Fitzpatrick up ahead. It's going to be turned over. Sangster. Fitzpatrick regains possession. Up for Walker. Walker finds Player. Here's Caden's Player. Makes a move on neutral ice. Player still has the puck. She'll send it in deep. Back to retrieve it as Rosong. 6.5 to go in the first frame. Played up ahead. London receives the pass. Here come the Lindsay Surge. London has a goal in this game. Takes it wide, looking to center it off the stick of Myers. Sangster looking for it. Gets knocked off the puck. Comes free for Matheson. That's going to be sent the other way. Poked up the wall. Comes free for McKenzie. Sent through the middle. Picked up by Vatour. Reese Vatour takes it through. Shot will be blocked in front. Inside 6 minutes to go. Puck on the wall right in front of the blue line. As Vitor will send it back in deep. Right up the boards. Here's Matheson. That will escape the zone as Tran comes off the bench to collect the puck. Tran pass. We intercepted by McGuigan's. Watch out there. Is that too many players? I guess not. As that will be sent in deep. That looked like a picture-perfect too many players call, but I'm not the ref. As Lutley will hold it in. Here's a chance for Mullins in the slot. Mullins towards the net gets taken down, and that will be covered up. Mullins trying to power her way through to the crease. Her line will stay out there for this O-zone draw. Lutley against Eisner for the face-off. Puck dropped. One of the point here, Citrome. Shot will be off the pad. Rebound sent just wide. Couple nice saves. Another chance as they whack away. LeBlanc with her biggest saves of the game so far. Standing tall in the Surge crease. As here comes Buffett. She'll throw it towards the net. Covered up by Young, and that's going to be a whistle. So some good looks from the Stars' top line. But Rebecca LeBlanc, who's been playing some great hockey lately, shuts the door once again. Back-to-back donuts for LeBlanc last weekend against the Lynx. She's on a bit of a no-no streak right now. So here's Citrome. Citrome up ahead for Walker off the stick of McGinnis. That's going to be chipped in deep. That's going to be an icing call. Stars didn't think it was icing, so player arguing with the official. Face-off will be to the glove side of Young inside the Stars zone. Puck is dropped. Right up ahead, Walker looking to clear. Comes free on the wall. Here is McCormick. Had the opening goal in this game. As her shot will be off a stick. Comes free, neutral ice, Gibbs will play it over to Mitchell. Mitchell to be careful there. Had a couple of Stars on her looking to go the other way for a breakaway, but she'll make the play and dump it in. Citrome collects it. Trying to clear. Kept in. Here's McCormick looking to play it down low for Poirier. That's going to come free in the bottom of the circle. Poirier up top. Here is Gibbs. Shot will be sticked right away by Citrome. Chance to clear. McGinnis will play through the middle, but another interception. Lots of turnovers by the Stars here in the first period. There's about 4 minutes left in the opening frame. They're playing a little bit better than they did at the start. They had a few good chances a few moments ago, but it's definitely been all Sturge to start this period. Puck comes free in the corner. Play to the point. Here is Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's shot got the pad and redirected into the corner. As here is Eisner looking for Robertson up ahead. As intercepted. Here's McKenzie at the turnover. McKenzie loses it. Good back check for number 24. She does more than just score goals. Here comes Eisner. She'll chip it in deep. As Bradley will play it ahead. McGuigan up the wall. Kept in by Rosong. Again, pinching down the boards. About 3 minutes to go here in the first. Puck is bouncing. Kept in by Robertson. As Bradley with a chance to clear. Up the boards. Finds Matheson. Surge got it right back once again. It's going to be played up for Rosong. Finds London. London. Pass to the middle looking for Eisner out of her reach. Stars regain possession. Here's Fitzpatrick. Over to Mullins. Mullins to chip it ahead. Ellie Mullins has it in the corner. Centering pass at the pad. Rebound cleared away. Lutley looking for it, but the net will come off. That will stop play. A lot of spinning in the crease. We have a 50-50 winner already. So face-off will be the blocker side of LeBlanc. Top line out there for the Stars again. Lutley, Mullins, and Fitzpatrick. One back by the Surge. Played up the boards looking for London. It's going to be kept in by the Stars. Heavy forecheck. They got 3 players on the puck. Comes free. Here's London. London will chip it in the zone that's going to hit a body and stays neutral ice. Adelku finds it up for Sangster. Sangster will send it in deep. Myers finds it. Played up for Larkin. Larkin up for Fitzpatrick. Here's Rain Fitzpatrick. Over to Mullins. Nice pass to neutral ice. Ellie Mullins will chip it into the zone. Strand finds it. Up for London. Inside 2 minutes to go in the first period. Surge up 2-0. Goals came from Maya McCormick and Gabby London. It's going to be turned over, but quickly the Surge get it right back. Gould looking for it. Comes free for player. Back for Citrome. Citrome will circle back as London gets it on the forecheck. Another turnover by the Stars. Here's Gindin. Josie Gindin up ahead. Walker trying to find McGinnis. Comes free for Tran. Will back end one into the zone. Played down the ice. Foot race for the puck. That will make its way on net. And LeBlanc will be forced to cover up as player came looking for the rebound. 1:18 to go in the first period. Robertson against McGuigan for the face-off inside the Surge zone. Puck is dropped. Won by the Stars. Here's Citrome. Shot blocked by Buffett. That will escape into neutral ice. Here is Gindin. Over to McGuigan. As Carly McGuigan plays it up for the Stars. Matheson. Gindin gets it. Gindin can't get by Vautour. She'll take over. Sent in deep. McGuigan will play it over for Citrome inside the last minute of play of the first period. Robertson looking for it as it's going to be poked away. Comes free for Tran, who will backhand one in deep. Gindin back to retrieve it. She'll play it up the wall for Matheson. Matheson looking to clear. Kept in by Kim. Shot will be directed on goal. That's going to be kept out. That one squeaked by the goaltender, but Gindin was right there behind Young to keep that one from bouncing in. So 31 seconds to go in the first period. Surge up 2-0 on the road in the second half of a back-to-back. That's going to be shot towards the net, hits a stick and gloved down by Young. That shaves off 4 seconds of the clock, so now there's 27 seconds to go. Lutley against McCormick for the face-off. Puck is dropped. One back. Here's Larkin over to Fitzpatrick. Finds Mullins. Mullins will go up and high. That will find Lutley. 15 seconds. That's going to be offside, so that will stop the clock at 12.8. Nice little jumbotron here. I guess it's country night next Friday. Not sure if you can tell or not. Puck is dropped. It's going to be played up ahead. Fitzpatrick has it on the boards. 8 seconds to go. Mullins gets pinned in the wall. 4 seconds to go. 2 and now 1. And that's going to do it for the opening frame. So the Surge have a 2-0 lead over the Stars. McCormick and London have the markers. You're tuned to High Button Sports. Our coverage of the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League will continue after the intermission. Welcome back inside the Eastlink Center for the second period of play. You're watching the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League on High Button Sports. Surge and Stars finishing off a weekend doubleheader here in Charlottetown. Surge won yesterday by a score of 3-2. They're up 2-0 after the opening 20 minutes. Maya McCormick scored the first one off the backhand, and then Gabby London put home the Sangster rebound. That's our score so far. Take a look at the standings heading in today. So I mentioned in the first period the Rockets, Surge, and Selects were all in action, but it's just the Rockets and Surge in action, so the Selects not playing. So the Surge have a chance to pass the Selects for sole possession of second place, while the Rockets are finishing off their weekend doubleheader against the Capitals, who are in fourth place. So if they win that game, they can remain in the top spot. As we have 20 fresh minutes on the board, Lutley versus Lecky for the opening draw, and we are underway for the second period. That's going to immediately make its way into the Stars bench for a quick whistle, just 6 seconds in. Surge had a great first period. They were turning pucks over, getting good looks, keeping the puck in the zone as the Stars were trying to clear. It was a bit of a frustrating opening frame for Blaine Fitzpatrick and co. They'll look to regroup here and cut into this Surge lead in the second period. Here is Bradley. She'll go D to D over to Fitzpatrick. That is Bella Fitzpatrick, the defense, number 17. She has the puck. She'll try and chip it ahead off the body of Lutley. It's going to play back for Fitzpatrick. Play to the middle. Here come the Stars, but it's going to be offside as Mullins entered the zone prematurely. Stars are still offside. Plenty of time for Nedelku to make a play. She'll saucer it over. Looking for the bounces. Joseph might have gotten it there. Puck's in the corner. Here's Danica Joseph. Will look for a lane. Holds on to the puck on the board. Sticked away by Mullins. Comes free for McCormick. McCormick will send it in deep. As Fitzpatrick will start the rush for the Stars. She'll play it through neutral ice. Off the stick of Golds. Play the wall by Mullins on the back check. Mullins finds Fitzpatrick. Up top for Rain Fitzpatrick. Plays it over. Here's Mullins. Shot low at the pad. Rebound cleared away by the Surge. Comes free for Larkin as she comes off the bench. She'll chip it ahead. Puck is bouncing right in front of us here, as I am just above the timekeeper near ice level. Makes for a pretty interesting view of the ice. Here's Sangster. Allie Sangster's shot will get the blocker of Young. Rebound cleared away by Myers, and her and London tangled up in front. Comes free again for Sangster. Sangster loses it. Here comes Cadence Player. Player looking to make her way through the defense as Kim finds Tran off the turnover. Off a skate, comes free. Myers will poke it up the head. I was ready for that puck if it came to me. That's going to be played around the wall. London had that poked off her stick. Comes free for Larkin. Up for Walker now. Stars have it. Chipped ahead. McGuigan looking for it. McGuigan and Mitchell battling for the puck in the corner. It's going to come free. There's Gindin. Gindin over to Citrome. Pass is picked off by Mitchell. Mitchell up for Buffett. That'll be steered away. Mitchell gets it back. Will try and spin off the forecheck. Plays it up for Joseph. Joseph loses it. The Stars having a better second period for sure. Definitely a better start to the period than it is in the first. Here's Joseph. Trying to play it ahead. Comes free in neutral ice. Here comes the Surge. Buffett has it. She'll chip it ahead. In the corner. Buffett behind the net. Looking for an option. Will hold on to it. Has two Stars on her on the wall. Comes free. Here is Joseph looking for it on the forecheck, but Citrome will whack it away. Buffett finds it in the corner. Up top for Nedelku. Nedelku's shot blocked by Matheson. Comes free. Here's Rosong off the pad. Young just got enough of that one. Might have hit the steel of her blade. And kept out by the skate as Nedelku will find it and send it in deep. Young got to play it. We're about 3.5 minutes into this second period. Still 2-0 for the Surge on the road. As Lecky looking for it behind the net. Comes free from Nedelku. Nedelku cycles it for Ellie Eisner. Eisner leads the Surge in scoring. Has 47 points on the season so far. Stars regain possession. Here's Fitzpatrick to the middle. Finds Mullins. Mullins looking for Lutley. Intercepted. Comes free for Eisner. Eisner loses it. Puck bouncing as the Surge are offside. Ginton will collect. Backhand pass from Mullins. As Lecky takes the chip off the wall. Plays it back for Kim. Kim. Back for Lecky. She'll go skate to stick in her own zone. It's going to go off the body of McGinnis on the forecheck. Kim gets it right back. Kim up the boards. So Charm will find it and set it in deep. So that will make its way towards the Stars bench as they're changing, but they don't touch it. Here's Fitzpatrick. Puck is bouncing on the wall. Strand collects the neutral ice over to Kim. Kim up the boards, but Walker intercepts it. As we're approaching the 5-minute point of the second period, here's Walker, takes it wide, and that Walker towards the net. Scott stuffed the post it in. They score. Great burst of speed by Braylon Walker. And it is a good goal, so Walker went to the bench to celebrate for teammates. 2-1's your score now. They're still arguing on the other side. Walker looks to have scored a goal, but they're discussing the play. We'll have to watch the replay. No goal. So it will be a 2-0 score still. Guess the puck didn't go in. Give us a chance to look at the replay. I don't know if the camera caught it or not, but I'm watching it right now on my phone, the replay. The head coach looking for an explanation on the call. And I don't think that went in at all. No, I think it was just underneath the pad of the goaltender. So we'll play on, still 2-0. 15-10 to go. Goal was waved off on the Stars, so they are looking to get another one here. Here's Tran. Tran. Play to the line. Bradley looking to hold his own. Escapes. Comes free neutral ice. Puck is bouncing. That's going to be offside the line. Just past the 5-minute mark. So no goal for the Stars. Still 2-0. LeBlanc still perfect. Puck is dropped right in front of the Surge bench as Jordan Burke looks on. His second season as head coach of this team. That's going to be chipped in. Here is Gibbs. Turns it over. Chance for the Stars. McKenzie got knocked away. Good forecheck here from the Stars. They're having a much better second period. Puck comes free for Bradley. Bradley will hold on to it. Trying to center it. Intercepted by Poirier. A battle ensues for the loose puck. McCormick finds it. Here comes Maya McCormick. Shot into the glove of Young. She'll cover things up. McCormick looking for her second goal in the afternoon. She scored her 13th of the season in the first period to open the scoring. Puck is dropped. Played on the boards. Sangster finds it. Chipped up ahead to neutral ice. As Gibbs will send it in deep. Myers over to Larkin. Up for Matheson. Matheson through the middle. Finds Ellie Mullins, the captain. Mullins played in her 100th career game in the regular season yesterday. in the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League. Third-year veteran for the Stars. That's just a shot towards the net. Looks off a stick looking for Lutley. Lutley finds it. Here it's Emily Lutley's shot deflected on net, but it's a shin pad. Doesn't make its way to the goal. As Mullins finds the turnover, she'll send it in deep. Back to retrieve as Nedelku up for Sangster. That will be chipped down the ice, and that will just be enough for icing as it skims by the stick of the goaltender. So Surge cannot change. About 7 minutes have gone here in the middle frame. Surge still up 2-0. The Stars thought they scored a goal, but referees eventually waved it off. They originally called it a goal. Tough to see from our angle up here whether that went in or not. It was kind of stuck behind LeBlanc's pad off the far post from this side. Couldn't really tell. I'm sure if you are zooming in at home really hard on the replay on YouTube, you can let me know. But either way, it is no goal on the play, so it's still 2-0. Surge will play it through neutral ice. Puck bouncing. Fitzpatrick finds it. Up the boards. Gould will play it back towards the Star zone. Fitzpatrick gets it right back. Here's Raina Fitzpatrick. An original pass off a shin pad. Second opportunity intercepted by Kim. Comes free. Here comes Player trying to take it wide of the net. Player backhand will go off a stick of Tran. This Tran and Kim deep pairing has been rock solid. Not super flashy on offense, but they sure got the job done on the defensive side. As pass to the point, that will be out of the reach of Ginden. Here is Josie Ginden over to Citrome. Macy Citrome will send it on goal. Stop made by LeBlanc. Chance for Tran to clear. Played up ahead. Here's McCormick. Finds Buffett. That's going to be turned over. Here is Cadence Player. Player will send it in deep. Tran back to retrieve it. Tran loses it for Walker, trying to cycle it. Goes off a stick, comes free for Buffett. As Ginden couldn't hold the line. That's going to go off a stick of McCormick and into the zone off the D-to-D attempt. So Trome has the puck up the boards, finds Matheson. Puck bouncing back inside the Star zone. Ginden gets it. Played up ahead. Chipped into the zone by McKenzie. Robertson gets there first. Over to Gibbs. Looking up the wall for Ellie Eisner. Here come the Surge. That's going to be played in neutral ice. Comes free. Here is Eisner over to Robertson, but good stick lift from McKenzie on the back check. Prevents the Surge sniper from getting a scoring chance. As Matheson against Mitchell for the puck. Comes free for Gibbs. Gibbs looking to clear. Kept in for a moment by the Stars. That will make its way to the blue line. Sent in deep. Mitchell. Played up ahead. That will escape the zone. Here comes Leckie. Leckie trying to get by Fitzpatrick. Still has the puck. Chloe Leckie looking for Robertson as she got into that quiet spot once again. Couldn't get the shot on net. Here comes Fitzpatrick over to Mullins on the right wing. Ellie Mullins towards the goal. Couldn't get the handle on. Rebound sent towards the goal. Just directed wide as Mullins draws a penalty on the play. So the Stars are to the power play. First penalty of the game. Nedelku for hooking. Got a good look at the penalty box here as we're right above it. So about halfway through the second period, Stars have a chance in the power play looking to cut the lead in half. 2-1 is your, or 2-0 is your score, sorry. They want to make it 2-1. As Gould will clear it down the ice for the Surge. Out there for the power plays, Player, Larkin, Lutley, Fitzpatrick, and Ellie Mullins. Surge will counter with Gould, Poirier, Rosong, and Mitchell. As here is Lutley. Puts the brakes on, played up top. Finds Larkin. Larkin shot off the blocker, rebound clear to the corner. Lutley looking for the rebound against Poirier. Those two players will collide. Play to the blue line. Here's Larkin. That's going to be a penalty on the play. Holding the sticks the call, so that will even things up. So Lutley will head to the box. Holding the stick is the penalty call. Lutley is the guilty party. So we'll have 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 18 seconds. Plenty of ice out there on the big sheet here at the Eastlink Center. So here's Walker. Braylon Walker takes it wide, gets a little bit of contact there. No, and that's going to be another penalty, so a 4-on-3 power play. You don't see that every day. Body contact, a signal. As Tran laid a body check on Walker on the zone entry. So 4-on-3 for the Stars. Fitzpatrick, Mullins, Larkin, and Player, the 4 out there. Puck is dropped, or no, they pump fake the draw. Linesperson giving them the business there. Puck is dropped. There's Fitzpatrick. Over to Larkin. Larkin shot through the screen, saved by LeBlanc. As rebound will be cleared down the ice. Fitzpatrick has it. Still 50 seconds for this 4-on-3 power play. Here is Mullins. She'll fall down. Makes the play behind the net. Chance for Tran to clear, and that will make its way down the ice. Young back to retrieve it. Leaves it for Larkin. Right up ahead, Fitzpatrick. Finds Walker. Walker takes it wide of the net. Walker makes a move, but can't get by Rosalt, who will clear it down the ice. Young leaves it for Citrome. Both teams make changes. As they'll hop over the stick of Bella Fitzpatrick. Chance to clear for the Surge, and they will. Citrome corrals it in neutral ice. As now we have a bit of 4-on-4 for 40 seconds. Nedelku out of the box. Citrome will chip it in deep. LeBlanc leaves it for Mitchell. Mitchell will clear it down, looking for Joseph. Comes free for Matheson. Play up ahead for Walker. Walker drops it off for Rain. Fitzpatrick comes free for the Surge. As Poirier will play it up ahead. Joseph looking at loose. Knocked out the puck. Matheson has it. Up ahead looking for Walker. Off the skate of the linesperson. That'll bounce its way back to Walker. Makes a play up for Fitzpatrick. Here comes Rain. Fitzpatrick shot blocked by Vatour. As here is Gibbs. Pass up ahead. Lutley out of the box. A 10-second power play for the Stars. 5-on-4. Here's Citrome. Played over. Lutley finds it. Lutley. As Mullins stays on side. We're back to 5-on-5. So all the penalties are now over. Stars have it. Here's a shot off the blocker on the wraparound attempt. 7.5 to go. Here's Mullins towards the net. Rebound covered up as they're still whacking away. Player and Mullins right there in the blue paint looking to dig that one home, but LeBlanc stands her ground. Face-off will be to the blocker side of LeBlanc. Lutley, Mullins, and Player out there for this ozone draw, looking to get something going here for the Stars offense. Puck is dropped. As played back for Larkin, can hold the line. There is Maya Larkin. She'll back him one in deep. Nedelku picks it off. Nedelku looking to get by the forward check. Able to spin off a Stars player, comes free. As Robertson sends it ahead. Foot race for the puck. Myers gets there first. Here's Stella Myers. Can't get by Robertson. Here is Robertson. Shot in the glove of Young. As Nevaeh Robertson looking for goal number 32 on the year. Got the puck loose on the forecheck. But Young keeps it 2-0. No scoring in the second period. 2-0 is the score. Both goals came in the first period. Here come the Stars the other way. Might be a 2-on-1. Matheson with Myers. Matheson will shoot it into the glove of LeBlanc as she flashes the leather on the 2-on-1. Rebecca LeBlanc continuing her hot streak right now. Back-to-back donuts last weekend against the Lynx. And she's still perfect here in the second period of this game. McGuigan against Vittor for the face-off. That's going to be one back, but turned over. Played behind the net. Sent up to the line. Fitzpatrick will hold to the zone, but her dumping attempt there will go off the body of McGuigan. She can't corral and neutral ice as Buffett gets it. Buffett can't get by the stick of the Stars defender. That was Bradley. Puck in neutral ice. Bouncing for Poirier. 2-on-2 developing with Buffett. Lacey Poirier over to Buffett. That'll go off a stick. Comes free. Here comes Walker looking to spring player. That's going to be out of her reach. That will bounce its way on net, and that will be an icing call, I believe. They discuss the play. They might drop it at center ice. Not sure if that was icing or not. Looks like they will stay true to their call. Or no, it will be dropped and neutral ice. I'm not sure what the ruling is there. Gould against player for the face-off. Puck hits the ice as Sangster will chip it ahead. Gets by Bradley. Fitzpatrick back to retrieve it. Here's Bella Fitzpatrick up the boards. London will leave it for Tran at the blue line. Tran shot through the screen, will just sail wide. Good look there. Might have got tipped in front. There's chance the other way. Tran gets back first. As player will chip it back in the zone. Tran gets it right back. But is it over for Sangster. Up for Goulds. There's Alina Gould. She'll try and take it wide. It's free for Fitzpatrick. Played around the wall. Kept in by Kim. Isabel Kim's shot will go off a skate. Here's Sangster. Picked off. Walker has it. Walker will try and chip it ahead. That's going to be bouncing there. So nearly got hit with the puck. Don't think I'm able to reach this one. As I'm keeping this one for a souvenir. Puck is dropped. Here's McCormick. Makes her way through as Fitzpatrick touches up. That's going to be a Stars penalty. McCormick taken down. Hooking's the call. It'll be Mullins, the penalized player. Hooking the signal from the ref. First power play for the Surge. McCormick against Lutley for the face-off. It'll be Nedelku, Tran, Poirier, McCormick, and Joseph out there for this player advantage. It's going to be cleared down the ice. Here is Lutley shorthanded. Played up ahead for Larkin. Chipped in towards the zone. Poirier collects it. As Poirier plays it to the boards on the entry. Finds McCormick. Penalty coming up here. Might be a 5-on-3. Interference on Emily Lutley. Lutley arguing the call. Did not see much for it to be interference, but that's a penalty. So Mullins and Lutley sitting in the box. 5-on-3 for the Surge. Puck is dropped. Robertson out there with Rosong, Vatour, Leckie, and Eisner for this 5-on-3. Here is Eisner, top of the circle, down low for Leckie. Return pass will go off a backhand. Here's Robertson. Up for Rosong. Over to Eisner. Eisner down low for Leckie. Leckie center it. Will find Eisner, but she falls down trying to accept the pass. Puck comes free on the boards. Leckie Plays it up for Rosong. Rosong, the only defender on the ice right now. His shot will be stopped by Young through the screen. Here is Eisner. Over to Rosong. Rosong will walk in and shoot one. Just goes wide. 50 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Eisner in the corner for Leckie. Leckie back in. Return feed for Eisner. Just sent wide. Here's Robertson. Up to the line. Rosong plays over to Eisner. Eisner across. Looking for Robertson through the seam, but player gets a stick on it. Comes free for Vautour, puts the brakes on. Vautour's shot will go off the shoulder. Rebound blocked in front. Sent towards the net and then cleared down the ice by the Stars. 25 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. There's Rosong. Kenzie Rosong, number 25, will play it over Vautour. Vautour looking for point number 30 in the season today. A shot towards the net. Rebound played to the corner by Robertson. 5 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. D-to-D pass. Here is Eisner across looking for Vautour. Just got a stick on it. Was Ginden. So 5-on-4 now for 25 seconds. Mullins back out there. She'll join the penalty kill. Surge still in the power play. Mullins chance to clear. Kept in at the line by Eisner as Buffett will retreat to neutral ice. 10 seconds to go. The Lutley penalty. Here's Rosong. Up for Robertson. Puck bouncing neutral ice. 4 seconds to go on the penalty. Here comes Robertson towards the net. Shot will make its way towards the goal off escape, but covered up just as the penalty is expiring. Lutley back on the ice. So Stars a successful penalty kill. 2:46 to go. Face off to the blocker side of Young. Puck dropped. Play to the wall. Here's Sangster down low. Sangster up for London. London will cycle it back in deep. Citrone looking to clear. Puck is bouncing near the blue line. Comes free for Tran. She'll go off the boards. Here comes Lutley the other way. Emily Lutley has the puck for the Stars. Shot will be deflected wide of the net. Comes free up top for Citrone. Citrone will play it off the boards. Comes free for Sangster. Here's Ella Sangster. Will take it wide. Citrone will take over. 2:14 to go in the second. As Citrone will send it on goal off the dump in, and that's going to be corralled and covered up by Rebecca LeBlanc, the former Rangers U15 Major Boys hockey member. Makes the save. 2:08 to go in the second period. Country night happening next Friday as the Newfoundland Regiment in town to face the Charlottetown Islanders. We're playing in the Highlanders' home barn, as you can tell by the logo at center ice and the big scoreboard. Pretty cool rink. My first time in here is watch out. That puck came out again. Nowhere near me this time. As I think I have to give up my puck soon because I keep finding them out of play. McCormick in for the face-off inside the Star zone. Puck dropped. One back. Here is Poirier. Will play to the line. Shot from distance will not make its way on target. Here's Joseph looking to get by the defenders. Comes free in front. Shot low. Rebound covered up by Young. Stars will make changes. Cadence player line back out there. Surge keep the same unit on the ice for this face-off inside the O-zone. Puck dropped. Here's Gibbs. Oh, get by her at the blue line. Sent back towards the zone. Puck is bouncing. Here is Cadence player towards the net. Player will put the brakes on, looking for an option as Walker finds it down low. 1.5 to go in the second. So they're still battling in the corner. Time ticking down here. Comes loose. Mitchell collects it. Mitchell up the boards. Finds Poirier. Kept in. Here is Walker. Walker's shot will go at the blocker. Saved by LeBlanc. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell up ahead. Finds Danica Joseph. Joseph will chip it ahead. It was inside the last minute of play. Here is Joseph. 1-on-4. Looking to kill some clock as their teammates are changing. Played in deep, finds Lecky. Back down low, but Joseph is headed to the bench. Couldn't accept the pass. Here come the Stars. Here's Walker. Cross ice looking for Mullins. Off the body of Eisner. Here is Lecky. Lecky takes it wide. Pass towards the goal off a stick. 30 seconds to go in the frame. Cycled back in deep. Here's Mullins. Mullins up ahead, looking for Lutley. Might be a 2-on-1. Here comes Lutley and Fitzpatrick. Lutley's shot off a shin pad, and that will go out of play. Nedelku blocks that one. 15 seconds to go now in the second. No scoring yet in this middle frame. Both goals from the Surge came in the first. Lutley against Lecky for the face-off inside the Surge zone. Puck is dropped. One back chance for Fitzpatrick in front. Shot towards the goal. Rebound. Will just hop over the stick of Lutley, looking to bang that one home. 6 seconds. There's a shot blocked. Chance for Robertson. Penalty on the play. But as there is Robertson with 1 second to go. Unable to get a shot off. Another chance after the whistle. And the buzzer. Head contact is the call behind the play. This could be a double minor. Didn't see the infraction. I'll have to watch the replay of that penalty, but either way, we're heading into the intermission. So 4 minutes for Lutley. So the Surge will start off the third period with a 4-minute power play. You're tuned to High Button Sports. Our coverage of the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League will continue after the intermission. Third period coming up after the break. Welcome back for the third period of play. You're watching the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League on High Button Sports. It's the Down East Auto Parts Stars toasting the Lindsay Surge. The second half of a back-to-back here in Charlottetown. They played yesterday at the new Simmons Sports Complex, and now they're here at the Eastlink Center. Score is 2-0 for the Surge. Both goals came in the first period. Maya McCormick scored the opening one, and then Gabby London made it 2-0. The Surge will start the period on a 4-minute power play as Emily Lutley punched a girl in the head to get 4 minutes. There she is right there serving her penalty. I watched the replay in intermission. It was a pretty blatant punch in the corner. So Stars looking to get back into the game. They got to kill off 4 minutes to start off the third. We are underway for the final frame of regulation as Fitzpatrick tried to clear it down the ice off the Stars face-off win, but London will block that attempt. Here is Gabby London at the second goal of the game. Her shot from Sangster and an early save from Young. She came across her crease to rob Sangster. 18 seconds into the third period. Puck hits the ice, scrum draw. Fitzpatrick looking to collect in and clear. It's going to be kept in by Mitchell. Mitchell looking at by Mullins, as Mullins will take a spill in the blue line as they announce the Lutley penalty. As pass up ahead finds Ellie Mullins. She'll look to clear. That will end up in her bench. She apologizes to her teammate for hitting her. Face-off will be right in front of Blaine Fitzpatrick and the Stars bench. Mullins against Eisner. The battle of the Ellies continues this weekend. Ellie Eisner and Ellie Mullins both leading their team in points. Near the top of the league in points overall. Eisner has 47 and Mullins has 52. Mullins played her 100th career regular season game yesterday as Lecky came winding through, just sent it over the net. Here is Nevaeh Robertson. She scored her 31st goal of the season yesterday. Surge won that game 3-2. Here's a shot will go out to Patty Young. Comes free for Robertson. Up top for Rosong. Rosong looking for a shot pass there. Puck is bouncing. Here's Eisner. Stop from Young. Point blank. 2.5 to go in the double minor. Here's Robertson. Over to Eisner. Stays on side. Plays it over. Here's Lecky towards the net. Vatour. That was Poirier rather parked in front. Plays it back. Here is Robertson again. Nevaeh Robertson will make her way to the corner. That's going to be sent the other way. Larkin has it. Larkin looking to chip it through. Kept in by the Surge, but that's going to be poked out of the zone by Fitzpatrick as the Stars will make changes. Back to retrieve it is Poirier. Poirier looking for Lecky. Finds Eisner. She'll set it in deep. Citrome finds it. Macy Citrome looking to clear. Kept in by the forecheck of Nevaeh Robertson. Played up the wall. Puck is bouncing for Vatour. Looking to get by Player, and she does. Player gets a right pack off the poke check from Citrome. Comes free neutral ice for Rosong. 1:45 to go in the penalty. Puck makes its way into the Surge corner. Here is Maya McCormick. Up ahead for Joseph. Puck bouncing. Comes free for the Stars. Here's McGinnis. As Walker looking for the forecheck. Nedelku takes over. Nedelku will take it wide on the entry. Nedelku trying to get by Citrome. Comes free from McGuigan. Played in the corner. 1:10 to go in the power play. Nedelku holds the line. Shot towards the net. That'll be covered up by Young, and that will stop play. About 3 minutes into the third period. Lutley took a double minor to end the second. She's still in the box for the next minute and 4 seconds. There she is right there. Lutley has 43 points on the year, 20 goals, 23 assists. A lot of scoring on the Stars offense, but about a 500 team in the standings. Here's Tran, plays it over, looking for Nedelku. That will miss his stick. Larkin looking to clear. Puck will be eventually sent down the ice by McGuigan. LeBlanc to play it, leaves it for Tran. Tran has Walker right on her on the forward check. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Mullins off the bench collects the puck. Tran gets it right back as Mullins and Tran collide behind the net. McCormick takes over. 30 seconds to go on the Lutley penalty. Here comes McCormick, drops it off for Joseph. Danica Joseph makes a move by the defender. Plays it behind the net for Buffett. His return pass will be out of the reach. Here's Fitzpatrick. Will be played along the line, kept in by Kim. Kim's shot will be tipped on goal. Rebound, Buffett, as Young makes the save. 8 seconds to go on the penalty. Lutley looking to get back out there. Hand on the handle. As we are now back to 5-on-5. Stars kill off the double minor. So now they can go to work on the offensive front as that's going to be played up ahead. Lutley looking for it as she'll try and poke it, but her stick goes flying. Here come the Stars. Fitzpatrick has it. Here's Rain Fitzpatrick's shot will go off the stick of LeBlanc. Rebound. Play to the corner. It's going to be kept in. Here's Fitzpatrick again down low. Looking to get by the defense. Plays it up top. Here is a shot from Gindin. Will not make its way on net. 4.5 have gone here in the third. Here's a centering pass. Will escape the zone. Young out to play it. Leaves it for Citrome. Citrome has Sangster, the lone player on the forward check for the Surge as they're changing. Citrome. Pass in the middle is going to be picked off by Gould. Comes free. Here's Nedelku. Will send it back in deep. Citrome back to retrieve it. She'll go backhand up the boards. Turned over. Here's London. Gabby London has it behind the net. Drops it for Sangster up the wall. Finds Nedelku. DDD pass for Rosong. Rosong will send it towards the net. It's a funny hop off a shin pad. Just sails wide. Played back to the point. Nedelku. Another chance. Will be tipped on goal, but another deflection goes wide of the net. Gould got a piece of that one in front. Here is Garrison. Puck bouncing by the net. Chance to clear for the Stars. Here's McKenzie up for Caden's player. Plays it over. Matheson has it. She'll chip it off the boards. Might get a hop here. Matheson will pass it in front. Player got all tangled up. Couldn't get the shot on net. Here comes the Surge the other way. Gould has it. There's Alina Gould. Gets poked off the puck as she enters the zone. Pass across. Going to be intercepted. Here's Gibbs. Gibbs over to Eisner. Here's Ellie Eisner off the pad. Rebound in the slot, but Stars get there first. Chance to clear. Turned over. Here is Eisner. Eisner, the bottom of the circle, has on the goal line. Pass as Robertson once again getting lost in the O-zone. Had a good look there, but Young made the save as a shot will be played on net off the pad of Young. Stars looking to clear. That will make its way neutral ice. Free puck. Walker looking to get there first, and she will. Here's Braylon Walker, puts the brakes on, will cycle it, looking for Lutley. As Emily Lutley has it in the corner in the O-zone. As Mitchell will take over. Mitchell up ahead, finds Eisner, one-touch pass, kept in. Here's Lutley, looking to play it down low. Here is Mullins, stop, rebound, sent just wide. Mullins, with a good look there, is sent back towards the net, and LeBlanc makes a save as she was falling down. Here comes Eisner with Robertson, 2-on-2. Ellie Eisner will drop it for Robertson. Robertson towards the net, but knocked off by Lutley on the back check. Chance the other way. The puck is bouncing past Mullins. Tran will get there first. Tran through the middle. Finds the skated Robertson, but kept in. Here's Lutley on the wall. Lutley trying to cycle it. Intercepted by Tran. Here comes Victoria Tran for the Surge. She'll lead the rush. Shot from distance will sail wide over the net. Just past the 7-minute mark of the third period. Hasn't been any scoring since the first. Still 2-0 for the Surge. DD pass as Kim with a reverse hit there on McGuigan. Puck comes free, sent down the ice. And that will be an icing call against the Stars. That will stop play with 12:31 to go. Gould against McGuigan for the face-off to the glove side of Young. Puck is dropped. Here is Sangster. Cycles it for Gould. Alina Goulds up to the point for Kim. Kim will send it back in the corner. Bradley against Sangster for the loose pucks. McGuigan finds it. She'll play it up the wall. Looking to clear is Mackenzie. Comes free for Tran. Tran shot low, tipped on net by Sangster. Young makes the save off the redirection in front. Both teams to make changes. The player line back out there for the Stars. Surge will counter the McCormick trio. Puck is dropped. That will get by Rosong at the blue line. Rosong forced to play it back in her own zone. Kenzie Rosong will play it up through the middle. Finds Lacey Poirier. Here comes the Surge with numbers. Poirier drops it off for Joseph offside. That will stop play. Approaching the halfway mark of the third. Puck dropped. One back. D to D. Here's Rosong. Rosong up for Poirier. Will try to turn past the Trump when she does. Here's Poirier. Shots across. Save made by Young. She went post to post with the pad. Here's Joseph. Shot will be blocked by Walker. That will escape the zone. Nedelku back to retrieve it. As here comes Nedelku. As Citrome has it. Drops it off for Gindin. Gindin picked up by Joseph. Here is McCormick. McCormick opened the scoring of this game. Looking for another one. McCormick pass in front. Here is Poirier. Rebound came loose for Joseph, but she got her stick lifted in front by Raina Fitzpatrick. That's going to be offside the line. Once again, we'll stop play. 10:57 to go. Still 2-0 here in Charlottetown. Lutley against Vatour right in front of the Surge bench for the face-off. Puck is dropped. One back. Gibbs back to collect it for the Surge. Here's Holly Gibbs. Will play it over for Mitchell. Mitchell over for Sangster. One-touch pass. Will go off his stick. Comes free. Here's Mullins towards the net. Puck is bouncing. A penalty on the play. Interference is the call. Looks like it will go against the Surge. Victoria Tran. Sorry, that's Holly Gibbs heading to the box, number 16. Interference is the call. Time for this Stars power play to go to work. Lutley, Mullins, Player, Larkin, and Fitzpatrick, the 5 on the ice. Latour out there with Buffett, Tran, and Kim looking to kill off the penalty. Here comes Vatour, shorthanded. Reese Vatour goes through the legs of the defender. Vatour still has it. Will center it, but that will go through the crease. Can't find a Surge stick. Here come the Stars the other way. Larkin will play it ahead. Chipped into the zone. Plenty of time for Kim to make a play. Kim will try and clear it down the ice. That'll make its way to the Surge bench. So that puck will be dropped inside the Surge zone. Interference to call. 10:13 to go in the third. Surge up 2-0 here at the Eastling Center in Charlottetown. Lutley will win the face-off. Comes back. Here's Fitzpatrick over to Larkin. Larkin will fan on the pass, but makes his way to Mullins. One-timer just goes wide. Rebounds will be cleared away. Here's Mullins again. Chance to clear for the Surge, and they will do so. Larkin gets to neutral ice. Past the halfway mark of the third. Still 2-0 for the Surge. Here's Lutley. Lutley drops it for Player. Here's Cadence Player up top for Larkin. Larkin's shot will be blocked by Goulds. Makes the way to the corner. Pass up ahead, picked up by Poirier. That will be chipped out the zone. Here is Maya Larkin. Will try and get past the forecheck of Poirier. Larkin. Played up ahead. Here's Lutley. That's going to be offside. That will stop play. 43 seconds to go in the power play. Stars will make changes. Face-off will be right in front of the Surge penalty box as Gibbs looking to get back out there. Puck dropped. Comes free. Here's McInnes. Will play it back, but nobody was there to accept it. Citrome will play it over. Finds Matheson back for Citrome. Citrome looking to go up the boards. Kept in by the Surge. 25 seconds to go. Here comes a chance for the Surge. Short-handed as London got hooked on the way to the net. And that will even things up for 20 seconds, followed by a Surge power play. Hooking's the call against Walker. So 4-on-4 for 20 seconds. Puck dropped. Here is Robertson. Plays it for Eisner. As puck is bouncing. Comes free. Fitzpatrick has it. Has a chance to clear for Citrome. That will go off the glass. That will be an icing as it's still 4-on-4. But just as the whistle goes, Gibbs heads back on the ice, so it will be a power play chance to set up on this face-off. Off the icing. 1 minute and 40 of power play time with 8:40 to go in the third. Puck is dropped. Here's Rosong. It's going to be attempted to be cleared. Chance for player shorthanded. She'll take it to the wall. Here's Poirier. Poirier behind her own net with a 1:23 to go in the power play. Finds Leckie. It will bounce over her stick. Fitzpatrick has it now, looking to clear. Intercepted by Robertson, but it's played right back over. Net guard on the ice. Not sure who that is. Here's Poirier. Mullins nearly strips her of the puck. Poirier still has it. Looking for Eisner. Here's Ellie Eisner. Trying to make her way into the zone. Puck is bouncing. Here's Lutley now. Lutley will try and clear. Will hit a body. Played up ahead as Mullins looking for the bounce. She'll get it. Here comes Ellie Mullins shorthanded. Mullins makes a move. Trying to get past Rosong wide. Puck in the corner. As Robertson collects. 40 seconds to go in the power play for the Surge. Here is Nevaeh Robertson. Takes it wide. Puts the brakes on. Robertson. Puck comes free for the Stars as player can accept the pass. So it'll get past Mitchell and go down the ice. LeBlanc will play to the corner for Mitchell. Mitchell against player for the loose puck. Puck comes free for Joseph. Played over. Finds McCormick. Ryan McCormick with 10 seconds to go in the power play. Enters the zone. Puts the brakes on. Makes a move. Will play it in deep. Joseph finds it. Back from McCormick. As we're now back to 5-on-5. Walker out of the penalty box. Here is Mitchell. The blue line will send it in deep. 7 minutes to go in the third. Joseph up for Mitchell. Will throw it in deep. As Walker finds it. She's out of the penalty box. Played on the line. Kept in by Nedelku. Joseph plays it in the corner. Larkin finds the loose puck. Maya Larkin looking for Walker. Kept in. There's a backhand shot by Gibbs. Rebound sent just wide by Buffett. She was right there on the doorstep. Larkin again has the puck for the Stars. Maya Larkin will chip it off the glass. Gets by Gibbs at the blue line. Back to retrieve it is Tran. Tran will try and play it over. Puck finds Gibbs. Up ahead for Eisner. Over to Robertson. Nevaeh Robertson has the puck. Will send it in deep. Pass to the middle. Picked up by Bradley. 6 minutes to go in the third. Gibbs holds the line. Finds Fitzpatrick. Up the wall. Puck still in the zone. Here is Ellie Eisner. Shot into the glove of Young, and that will stop play. With 5:46 to go in the third and final period of regulation. Puck is dropped. It's 2-0 for the Capitals over in Windsor over the Moncton Rockets. So if the Surge hang on here and the Capitals hang on over in Windsor, the Surge can gain some ground on the Rockets. Would tie them in the standings for first place, so keep an eye on that one. As here is Mullins. Loses the puck. Rosong plays it ahead. Here's London. It's Patrick regains possession for the Stars. As played up ahead by Bradley, intercepted. Bradley gets it right back. Plays over to Mullins. Mullins will chip it through the middle. Puck is bouncing. Here come the Stars looking for it. Mullins collects it. It's going to be offside, which will stop play with about 5 minutes to go. So there's about 3 minutes left in the first period over in Windsor. Capitals have a lead over the Moncton Rockets. Rockets sit in first place, so just mentioned. Surge coming in today 2 points behind them. So we could see a bit of a shake-up in the standings after today. Here is Joseph. Joseph will cycle it in deep. Puck comes free. Joseph has it again. Joseph's shot will go off the glove and wide of the net. Chance for the Stars to clear. Here's Larkin. Up ahead. This can be sent back into the zone. Myers back to retrieve it. 4:40 to go in the third. The wall, Walker. Looking for McGinnis. Finds player. There's Caden's player. Will chip it ahead. Tran back to retrieve it. Tran up for Poirier. Poirier will play it over. Finds McCormick. Over to Joseph. Joseph will chip it in deep. Surge are changing. There's Myers. Myers plays it over off the stick of McGuigan. Comes free for Tran. Will chip it ahead. McGuigan finds it. Here's a chance for McGuigan. Shot blocked in front by Kim. Carly McGuigan can get that one on goal. As Eisner finds the puck, here is Ellie Eisner. Will lose it for a moment and neutral ice as Tran retrieves it. Tran over to Robertson. Robertson will get the line and sends it in deep. Lucky back to retrieve it. Lucky back into the corner. 3:40 to go in the third period. Puck behind the net. Finds Citrome. Turned over. Eisner has it. Citrome looking to get it right back. Comes free behind the net for Gindin. Gindin up for Matheson, looking for McKenzie, finds her. 3:20 to go. This can be sent in deep. That will be an icing call. Stars can get the line. So 3:15 remaining. Puck is dropped. There is Mitchell. Shot will not make its way on net. Gindin finds it. That's going to be poked up ahead. McKenzie looking for the loose puck. Taken over by the Surge. Buffett has it on the wall. Played up ahead, picked up by Rana Fitzpatrick. Here comes Mullins the other way. Ellie Mullins towards the net. Gets hooked on the way through. Let's be a penalty shot. Let's see. Holding is the call. Mitchell out of the box. Holding is the signal. So power play here for the Stars, looking to cut into this Surge lead. There's a shot from Fitzpatrick, tipped on that. Rebound, his player on the doorstep, but once again LeBlanc makes the save. LeBlanc has not let in a goal for a long time for the Surge. Puck is dropped. Here's Larkin. Over to Fitzpatrick. Played for Mullins. Mullins towards the middle. Puck is bouncing. LeBlanc makes a save as they score on the rebound. Stars finally solve LeBlanc. Shutout streak is over. I believe she had one going for about 3 games or so, took a long time. It looks like Lutley has scored. So it's a 2-1 game with 2:19 to go. Lutley on the power play. So we have an exciting finish in store here. Lutley line will stay out there. She just scored the goal to make it 2-1. Lead is cut in half inside the last 2.5 to go. There's a pass across the Surge looking to respond right away, but save made by Young with 2:09 to go. I assume you'll see a timeout called soon by Blaine Fitzpatrick. They'll probably ride this Lutley line for the rest of the game. As here's Mullins looking to pitch it ahead. Tram will play it back in deep. Mullins regains possession. Over ahead. There is Fitzpatrick. Will chip it in the zone. Puck comes free for Tran. So Larkin and Player get the assists. Lutley gets her 21st on the year. As Mullins collects a pass. Here comes Ellie Mullins all alone. Makes the move with the backhand. Save made. As that was a great look there to tie the game. But will play on. Sent towards the goal. Mullins was all alone. Couldn't redirect it. Good chance in that breakaway. Nice move, but couldn't beat the goaltender as Mullins went to the bench. Surge looking to clear. The net is empty. Here's Player. Pass across. As puck finds Larkin towards the net, redirected, comes free up top. Here's Fitzpatrick's shot, glove down by LeBlanc. We probably will see a timeout now. Let's see what is called here, and they will do the signal. Mullins will rest on the bench. She nearly tied the game on the breakaway. So 1:06 to go. It's turned into a great finish here. There wasn't a goal in that whole second period and basically this whole third, but now it is 2-1. So great finish in store. It was a great finish yesterday as well. 2 tight games this weekend between the Stars and the Surge. So it's 2-1 for the Caps over the Moncton Rockets in the first intermission over in Windsor. Surge will definitely be watching that game on their ride home. As timeout now over. Stars net is empty, looking to tie the game. They'll send out Mullins, Player, Lutley, Fitzpatrick, both Fitzpatricks, and Citrome. Surge will counter with Gould, Rosong, Poirier, Nedelku, and Robertson. Puck is dropped. One to the point. Held in by Fitzpatrick. Here's Lutley. One-timer. Mullins at the pad. As LeBlanc makes the save. Last minute of play. That's going to be sent down the ice off a stick of Fitzpatrick. 50 seconds to go in this one. Stars down by a goal. Looking to tie it late. Plays it over. Here's Citrome. Citrome finds Player. Knocked off for her stick. Comes free neutral ice. Citrome has it. She'll chip it into the zone. Out to play it is LeBlanc. Didn't think about the empty net goal. I would have. Here's Nedelku. Looking to clear. It's going to be kept in. Here's Mullins up for Fitzpatrick. Turned over. Here comes Neve Robertson to ice the game. Bullseye. Another goal for Robertson. Surge iced the game late. Empty net goal. Robertson, 37nd goal in the season. Continues her dominant play this season, leading the Surge in scoring. Empty net goal with 22 seconds left. A great effort by the Stars, but the Surge a little too powerful for them. As here is Joseph's shot will be blocked. Here's Leckie. Comes free for Eisner. Up for Joseph. She got her stick lifted. 8 seconds to go now. That's going to be clear to neutral ice. Rosan back to retrieve it. 2 and now 1. That's going to do it. The Surge sweep the Stars this weekend in Charlottetown, as they are now tied once again with the Rockets for first. Rockets currently playing the Selects over in Windsor, so we'll see how that plays out. That's going to do it for our coverage of this one. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mason Denack with iButton Sports. Thank you for watching and listening. Surge win both games over the Stars over the weekend. Time to head home now and beat the Storm. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll say sayonara from Charlottetown, and we'll see you next weekend.